If you're a nurse or if you work in healthcare, then you would know how stressful our job is. Healthcare workers are considered the top occupation that has the highest burnout rate. And according to the Registered Nurses Association in Ontario, 75% of Canadian nurses are experiencing burnout, especially after the pandemic. Long hours, working overtime, and the pressure of providing optimal care to people would take a toll on a nurse or a healthcare worker's mental and physical health. Nurses take care of a lot of people, but at the end of the day, who's taking care of them? Hi ganda, if you're new here, my name is Nurse Fabb. I'm a Filipino registered nurse who's pursuing her career here in Canada. In this video, I will be sharing 5 life-changing self-care strategies that I think everyone, especially nurses, should start doing this year. Keep watching. I worked in the medical ICU during COVID time in the Philippines, and I can tell you I really struggled mentally because, to be frank, I felt that the world is ending in 2020. Back then, my only routine was to eat, sleep, work, and cry, and repeat. Then after I quit working in a hospital, I promised myself that I would start taking care of myself better because I noticed a lot of mental and physical changes that I went through, and I honestly, it's pretty ugly. I promised myself that I would take care of myself better, and so now I'm just sharing those strategies or the things that I realized are important, and I'll sharing 5 of them right now. And the first one is deep breathing exercises. So to be very honest, I would usually put this in my nursing care plan, but back then I didn't realize how helpful it is. I'm not that serious about deep breathing exercises. I put it just so that I could put something on my paper. That was it. But I never really believed in it until today. So the aim of doing deep breathing exercises is to help with anxiety and to help you have better sleep. There are many ways to do it, and I also included the link in the description box of like the different ways that you can do deep breathing exercises. But my favorite one is pursed lip breathing. So this type of breathing exercise is usually done for like COPD patients or like people would have like lung diseases. But I don't know, this is my favorite one. I think this is the most helpful one. I think this is the one that has like the maximum impact or the maximum benefit. So that's what I've learned doing, and that's what I do nowadays. Okay, I got my props. So it's like for 2 seconds you will breathe through your nose or your nostrils, and you pretend that you're sniffing a flower, and then you hold your breath for, I'd say, 5 seconds, and then you would exhale slowly through your mouth. It's like you're blowing a birthday cake candle. Sniff. 1, 2. Then count to 5. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you exhale as long as you can, like blowing out a birthday cake balloon. So see, happy birthday to me. No, I'm calmer already. Anyway, so that, yeah, you just repeat it maybe 4 to 5 times, or until you need until you feel that your anxiety is like going down, or you're more relaxed. You think you're falling asleep already. So that's the magic of pursed lip breathing and deep breathing exercises. Okay, on to the second point, which is activities of daily living. So now I think of activities of daily living, different ways of taking care of myself. Well, basically those are the things that help maintain your life. This can include like bathing, dressing up, cooking for yourself, going to doctor's appointment, doing skincare, removing your makeup, exercising, and also socializing, being able to talk with people that you love, forming bonds, forming relationships, doing, you know, rest activities, doing interesting activities to you, like bowling, or I don't know, making a YouTube channel. Before, I just like think of it as chores or errands, but nowadays, especially after I started working as a personal support worker, I now view it as a self-maintenance activity. As a personal support worker, I do it to clients, I do it to other people, and for me it's like showing love and care. And why can't I do it enough to myself? So like whenever I would like be too lazy to take a shower, for example, because it's cold right now, I would always think of it as like, oh, you bathe your clients every day or every other day, so why can't you do that for yourself? You cook for your clients, you dress your clients, you prepare your clients food, you pack your clients lunch boxes, you prepare their towels, you prepare their clothes for the day. Yeah, so like those, for me now, those are self-loving activities, and the more you do it, the more you take care of yourself, the more you feel loved, and you know, the stress would be lesser. And on that note, I would like to have this as a reminder to thank people who did that for you when you were little, or in my case, people are still doing it for me. Yeah, your mom, thank your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your friends, your guardians, your, I don't know, other relatives, to be honest. So the third thing that you should start doing is like being mindful about your diet. And no, not just your food, but diet for me is everything that you consume, everything under the sun. For example, the books that you read, the movies that you watch, the book turned to movies that you watch, things that you read in a newspaper, things that you see online, on social media. For me, everything has an effect on your well-being, may it be positive or also negative. And I believe that every now and then you should be doing like an audit of which are the things that have like a positive effect on me or a negative one, so that you would know like, oh, I would lean towards the things that would give me positive feelings, positive thinking that is helpful to me, rather than focusing on the negative side of things. So you cut down on the things that are negatively impacting you. Like, for example, me, I really try my best to cut my screen time hours. One, it's because I don't like that I'm wasting a lot of time doom scrolling, you know, TikToks, that endless scrolling. Also, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of fake things over the internet. They're doing like, you know, clickbaits, and they're intentionally triggering you so that you would like share it to your friends, or like, it's a mind game, honestly, and I don't want to participate in it. So yeah, whenever I feel overwhelmed by social media, I would just delete it on my phone. So yeah, me trying to like reduce my screen time, because I want to go back to reality. I want to stop going to the alternate universe that we made socially. Yeah, it connected us, but like also ironically at the same time, it like disconnected us from like the real world, which is a philosophical question or idea or thought. And this is an effect of watching too much The Good Place from Netflix. All right. The fourth self-care tip that I can give you is try to build or repair your relationship with yourself. Let that sink in for a second. Let it marinate, you guys. Like, since moving here, my goal was to try to repair the things that I feel that are hindering me to success, like talking negatively about myself. I don't think that's a good thing to do anymore. So like, for example, if I tell myself like, oh, that's so stupid, why did you do that, that's so stupid of you, I would always think that, would I tell that to a good friend of mine? It's like, no, right? And then why are you telling it to yourself? Why are you talking bad about yourself? You're talking negatively to yourself, where you should be kind to yourself. Because you deserve the kindness that you forcibly, you deserve the kindness that you keep putting out to the world. You deserve it all back. So go directly from the source. Start from within. Start from yourself. Another point is that, do you give time to yourself? Do you prioritize the things that you really want to do over the things that you think others want you to do? That makes sense. It's like being true to yourself. Like, do you really want to do this, or do you think that you will be able to please another person if you do this? So there's a lot of self-awareness that should take place. And so like, what I like doing is, you know, you date yourself. You try to figure out who you are by experiencing stuff. Like, sometimes it's easier to identify the things that you want if you have experienced the things that you don't want. Go out to the world, explore the world, and to be honest, it's really nice dating myself. It's really nice knowing myself, like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I like going in this restaurant. I like eating this food, etc., etc. I like this kind of coffee. Amazing. Okay, last but not the least is, do you know how to ask for help? So there's a book called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. It's a book, but I watched the animated version. And one thing that really struck me was, there was a line asking, what is the bravest thing a person can do? And that's to ask for help. I know we grew up in households or in families that ask a lot from us, and we may have felt like we are pressured to know everything, everywhere, all at once, like the movie. But now I appreciate not knowing a lot of things, because one, I'm not a robot, I'm a human. I'm not ChatGPT. I don't know a lot of answers, and I don't think I want to know a lot of answers, and some questions are not worth answering. It's okay not to have the answer right now. It's okay to accept that, you know, life is ever changing and you just have to adapt. And part of adapting is seeing a problem and then solving it, and then seeing another problem and then solving it. It's endless problem solving cycle. But yeah, sometimes the strongest act is to ask for assistance, is to reach out, is to ask for help. Believe me, no one is expecting that much from you. Sometimes it's all in our head. We think that they're expecting that, but like in reality, they think more of themselves than about you. So yeah, knowing which things are important, which questions are significant to answer first, go answer them, and leave the rest to destiny. Leave the rest for another day. But also on that note, I would also want everyone to look up all the emergency hotlines that you may need to contact in case of emergencies or crisis. 911, not just physical, yeah, physical emergencies. You can call 911 for like if you need medical attention, or if there's a fire, or your safety is not guaranteed, or like you're not in a safe place, you're with an unsafe person. If someone else needs help, or like for example someone else fainted, someone else is feeling nauseous and fell unconscious, for example. But on top of that physical harm or like physiologic needs, I can only speak for BC, but try to find the numbers in your area or in your country or in your province, in your country. We have like support for mental crisis. Like it's not, yeah, we also have services that caters to mental health crisis for 24/7. You can call them if you need help with like something mentally, but it's not unaliving yourself, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I could like mention it now here, but yeah, if you need like mental health problems, substance abuse, there's a number to call. I would link everything that I know in the description box. One thing I could tell you is that they really are 24/7. I tried using the one in BC. Last year I was experiencing a personal problem and I haven't been sleeping good enough for 3 days, and then like my mind wants to, like my body wants to sleep, but my mind is like going to places. So I needed like help in that department. Like how can I sleep, how can I like leave the problem for the next morning, and how to talk to myself for me to be able to sleep, because I wasn't sleeping good for 3 days, and like my mind is, I have things to do and I want to sleep and I want to like be recharged for the next day, stuff like that. And I was fortunate enough to like get a hold of them. I was crying because I'm so sleepy, but I talked to them like 1 in the morning. We talked for an hour, 45 minutes, but that was really helpful. After that I was able to manage it, and I could like guarantee to you that it is free and it's accessible 24/7. So that's that. So with that said, remember that self-care is not a luxury but a necessity, especially if you're a healthcare professional. So let's make this year a year of self-care and self-love. Promise to take better care of yourselves. Okay, so everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up so that I would know and make future videos about it again. Also, if you haven't subscribed, go do that now so that you won't miss the next video, the next upload, and I'll see you on that next video. Stay fabulously brave and beautiful. Bye. Beautiful.